everybody, my name is Courtney and today I am going to show you how to make canna butter or weed butter. I currently work in a dispensary here in Portland, Oregon, and a very common question that I get is how to make your own butter or edibles. So today I'm going to show you how to do it and I'm very excited to share it all with you. First, before we jump right into it, I'm going to pack a little bowl here. Hope you can join along. Here we go. So jumping right into it, a few things you're gonna need is some butter. I'm just using some normal butter from my house and some flour. I'm using a ½ ounce of some 24%. I typically like to use indicas rather than sativas, but you can make it however you want to make whatever kind of edibles you want. I typically use indicas though because they're more sedative and that's typically what I want out of edibles. I typically get the most effect from that. I just get very relaxed and chill. Typically what I'm looking for when I eat edibles. So the first step that you want to do is decarb your butter. This part is really important because if you skip this step, you can result in weaker butter and things like that, and we don't want that. So what we're going to be doing is popping this bad boy that I got all my flour grind up onto this little pan here, popping it into the oven. That's going to be set at 160 for about 15 to 30 minutes, just depending on how much I feel once it's done. But what you're doing is actually processing the cannabinoid THCA into THC. THCA is going to be not as intoxicating, whereas THC is what gets you quote unquote high. So what we're doing is getting you high. So it's a really important step, but if you skip it, you can result in weaker butter and things like that, and you don't want that. We want some really great butter. And just preheated, so I'm gonna pop this bad boy into the oven and getting my flour decarbed. So once you're done popping that bad boy into the oven, you want to stir it about every 5 minutes. Just checking on it, just giving it a nice little mix. But yeah, I'll see you once that's done. So I finally took my flour out of the oven and I added it to my little cooker, and I'm gonna let that bad boy cook at about 160 for about 3 to 4 hours, and then we'll see how it turns out. Once you're done cooking your butter in your slow cooker or your crock pot, you're gonna want to strain your butter. And so what I did is I took a little container that I'm gonna want to store my butter in afterwards, and I took cheesecloth. I took about maybe like 2 or 3 layers of it, and I just layered it on top of each other, and I just made like a little net, and I'm going to pour my butter over the top of the cheesecloth and let it sit and drain into the bottom of the container, so I don't have all the ground up weed in all of my butter, because I want like a nice smooth butter instead of like a chunky one. You can also keep the chunks of flour in your butter if you would like. It could also make it a little bit stronger if you like. Some people like to do that. But I like to strain mine to have like a nice fine butter. But also finding it can take a lot of like the taste out of the flour, so it doesn't taste as bad. But definitely do whatever you like to do best for your butter and try it out. Once my butter was done cooking, I just poured it on top of here, and you can see that it holds all of the excess flour that was going to be chunky and into the butter. So it just turns out like this bad boy, and we'll check in just a little bit. Thanks for watching me how to make cannabis butter, and I hope you enjoy making your own cannabis butter. Let me know in the comments what you thought, what you're going to be putting your own cannabis butter into, and if you have your own tips and tricks on how to improve my recipe on how to make cannabis butter, I would love to hear about it. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Bye!